What's up, y'all? Happy holidays, happy new year, merry Christmas, all that stuff. Hope everybody's enjoying the holidays, enjoying the time off, enjoying time with your family and all that good stuff. I'm back at it again. You know, the young Sage Cam, the Sage Cam doesn't rest. So the next 4 videos that I plan to do with the Sage Cam, they're all going to be, it's going to be a 4-part series on this book that I read. A pretty popular book by Don Miguel Ruiz, I believe that's his name. Forgive me if I messed that up. Called The 4 Agreements. So I'm going to do a 4-part series on this book. As you can guess, each part will be one of the 4 agreements. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll tell you what the 4 agreements are now, and then you know, as the videos come, I'll go into them deeper. The 4 agreements basically are: be impeccable with your speech, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best. Those are the 4 agreements. And in today's video, the first installment of the series, we are going to talk about be impeccable with your word and how I interpreted it and what it means to me, my interpretation. Okay, so let's do it. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. And how he describes it in the book is speak without sin. So to pecar, Latin word, means to sin. So to be impeccable means to speak without sin. What he also says is speak, well, kind of what he tried, my interpretation again, is speak your truth and always speak in the direction of love and the truth. Okay, so, and he also says don't speak against yourself. To speak against yourself is a sin, and not in like in an egotistical kind of thing, but more in like in the example that he gives is the words that you say can come back around and harm you. So like in the example, he says you don't want to tell somebody, hey, I hate you, because that person will be like, the hell, I hate you too. So you just spoke against yourself. You just deprived yourself of love from another person by telling them that you hate them. So now, in turn for your hate, they're gonna give you hate. You know, so it's like you just spoke against yourself. You just brought more hate onto yourself. You know, so always speak love, speak in the direction of love and the truth. Be impeccable with your word. Always tell the truth. Always say how you really feel. And to me, that's how you're ultimately gonna get what you want in life, is speaking it into existence and being true with your words. I'm trying to discipline myself to always tell the truth. I always try to pride myself in that I always tell the truth. I try to tell the truth as much as I can. You know, but sometimes we all might slip up a little bit, tell a little white lie just to like keep the conversation going. Like when somebody says, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? And you're just like, yeah. And you really don't, but you just want to keep the conversation going. It could be kind of awkward if you just kill it right there, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just like a little example of little white lies that we might tell one another or whatever, but always try to speak the truth. Always have accurate speech. You know what I mean? Even if it means hurting somebody else's feelings or offending somebody, if you always speak the truth, you're gonna bring that freedom to yourself. You're gonna feel that freedom that you didn't hold on to a lie. You have to repeat to yourself over and over. You have to live that lie and go with that lie. You don't have to worry about any of that if you're always speaking your truth. You're always telling the truth, and you always speak without sin. I think that's also like speaking with love. And what's the saying they say? If you have nothing to say, don't say anything at all. I think that also applies to be impeccable with your words. Is if you're not gonna say something positive or something loving, you know, with the intentions of love, and you're just gonna say to bring somebody down or hate on somebody, like just better off just keeping it to yourself. Don't even utter it. Don't even mention it. Don't waste your energy. You know, because our energy, our time is valuable, and if you're wasting it with hating and bashing people, like you're not doing anything productive. And in the end, you're just bringing all of that bad energy back, all that bad karma back onto yourself. So don't be surprised if a lot of bad things happen to you and all you do is talk bad about everybody else. You know, so speak with love. If you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. I think that's another thing, being impeccable with your speech. And with speaking positively doesn't mean that you have to go around complimenting everybody and telling them how beautiful they are and how great they are, how this and that, because that's also a form of being fake, and you're not being true. You're not speaking in the direction of truth. So don't go around faking and complimenting and telling people all this good stuff when you really don't mean it. You know what I mean? If you are going to be complimentary and say good things about people, you know, say wholeheartedly, say with your heart and with your truth. If you're just saying it just to make people like you or something like that, trying to get cool points with somebody, you're better off just keeping it to yourself, because in the long run it's ultimately gonna backfire against you, because people can feel that energy when somebody's being fake, somebody's being real. You can only get on somebody for so long before they start to catch up, you know, and they realize, oh, you know what, this person's fake, like, let me distance myself from them. So if you're just going around saying fake compliments, don't do it. Just keep it to yourself. Keep the negative things to yourself and try to replace them with positive thoughts, of course, you know, or something that you're grateful for. That's always one thing that you can do whenever you're in a bad mood and having bad thoughts. Start naming, like literally start counting your blessings and start naming all the good things that you have going on in your life. So be impeccable with your words, speak your truths, always speak in the direction of love and truth. Speak without sin. It will set you free. This one, how he says in the book, and I agree with it 100%, this one agreement, this first agreement that you make, just lifts a lot of the burden off of your shoulders and allows you to live more freely, because what this book is about is kind of like a guide, a pathway to freedom and liberation and happiness, you know, and that's one way to get there, is to always speak your truth and don't bite your tongue and be a yes man and just agreeing with everybody else just to be. If that's not who you really are, if that's not what you really do, don't just agree with it just for the sake of being agreeable and wanting people to like you. At the end, you don't need that love from those people. Ultimately, the love that you need is the love you have for yourself. And once you're speaking with truth and love, you grow that love for yourself and you learn to love yourself even more and be more secure and confident in yourself and in the things you say, and you will get the beautiful things in life if you start with this first agreement. And the first agreement is be impeccable with your word. That's the first agreement in this series. I'll be back next week for part 2. Part 2 will be don't take anything personal. So that's it for this one. Be impeccable with your words. Speak in the direction of love and truth. I've been Swallow with the Sage Cam. Peace.